I was sent this review unit tablet from this company here, Blackview. They make a lot of different stuff. They asked me if I wanted to review this tablet. It's actually available on Amazon. That's where I first saw it. And then they actually reached out and asked me if I wanted to review it. I've seen it before. I think you can get them on other websites as well, like AliExpress and that. But you can definitely get them on Amazon, at least here in Canada and also in the US. So it's not going to be the most powerful tablet, but it's also not the most expensive tablet. That's not its purpose here. But it should be pretty good for media consumption overall. So it looks like it goes up to Android 13. That's good. Screen is an HD screen, IPS, so totally fine. Not going to be massively draining your battery as a result. The SoC isn't anything crazy, but again, it's more of a media tablet, so that should be fine overall. Camera on the front. That's actually a pretty big battery there. And the RAM isn't bad, 3 gigabytes, 64 gigabytes of storage. So yeah, let's open it up. It's kind of a budget offering, so not everyone wants to drop $400 on a tablet. Some people want to drop, $100, $150 on a tablet. Box there. Let's take the tablet over and put it to the side here. Okay, set that there. So we get our charger here, probably A to C. Yep. So USB A to C there. Well, I don't need that. I have any chargers, but a little booklet here tells you how to use the tablet. Back camera there. Test it out, see if it's any good, but you can see there you get your flash and your cameras in that. There's a headphone jack there, so if you want to listen to music, you can have your headphone. Physical, those aren't to be taken for granted anymore. Power on, volume up, volume down. Oh, and there's more over here. An SD card reader over there. USB-C for charging, as we would expect, and 2 speakers down firing. So you're going to be holding it like this probably, well, most likely, unless you're reading. And the speakers are down firing, which is good. It's going to bounce into your desk or whatever and come back up to you, so it's actually good that they're like that. I guess if you get like a folio case or something, it'll sit like that too, rather than having them just kind of fire off into the ether. So that's good. We have the tablet set up. I just basically skipped past the boring part. And you have a few different options how you want to set it up. I set it up in the more modern where you can swipe, but you can do the traditional like 3 button on the bottom. It asks you that. Let's check how fast the interface. Oh, okay, the interface is pretty quick. Again, it's not the most powerful SoC, but it's easy for people to get bogged down in SoCs and say, well, it doesn't have a Gen 1 Plus SoC. Well, are you going to be doing hardcore gaming on this tablet, or are you going to be using this to watch shows and read books? Tab 70 Wi-Fi, blah, blah, Android 13. This is kind of embarrassing, but I'm actually working on a review for a Lenovo P11 Gen 2, I think it's called, and it's still stuck on Android 12. Yeah, so 3 gigabytes plus 1, what does that mean? Oh, it's taking it from, the internal storage runs slower than system memory. System memory always runs slower. You use up all of your dedicated RAM, and then what happens is you basically start to get slowdown, whereas here it'll then pull a little bit out of the actual system. This is actually what Apple does, and that's why you can get by with 8 gigabytes on a MacBook, which is insane to me. So 1280 by 800 is actually the same resolution that Steam Deck is, for example. So it'll be a little bit lower pixel density than, say, Steam Deck, but it's still not bad, to be honest. I mean, it doesn't look blurry. Use this test here, and I flip through it, and we can kind of see what we get here. Turn down the audio because we'll do the audio test later properly. Okay, you can see there. Yeah, it actually doesn't look bad. For the price of the tablet, it's not bad. It's not actually hitching either. I mean, we're not on like 4K or anything, but it looks better in person. The camera's not really doing this justice. Let's see if I can adjust it. This is actually a pretty vibrant screen. I usually find that's where these like more budget offerings would struggle with. That is not bad. That looks better than even the Steam Deck. The Steam Deck comes out kind of orange. Okay, so that moire pattern you can see there, I can't see that. Just so you know, you can see that hatching pattern. I can't see that in real life. That is not visible whatsoever. Honestly, this looks pretty nice. This looks way better than some of those low-end like Samsungs, like those S7 tablets, or A7 I think they are. Yeah, the Samsung A7, those cheapo tablets, they do not look good. This looks good. These are not muted colors at all. I wonder what panel they're using here. This is pretty vibrant here. That's very vibrant. It looks way better in person as well. That is a pretty nice image there, actually. Okay, so yeah, the screen is actually much better than I thought it was going to be. I thought that was going to be kind of a a negative for this tablet, and I thought, I was going to review it, and I was going to say, yeah, it's okay, and the screen is not that good. It's actually a nice screen. There's a bit of a bezel, right? You can see here, there's some bezel around. It's not right to the edge. But I'm not going to lie, the screen looks pretty good. All right, let's do an audio test here. So the speakers are down firing, like I said. So we're going to get some bounce up here. Turn the microphone. See what it sounds. It's kind of loud. I'm turning it down a bit. So it definitely gets loud. We'll give it that to start with. Max is quite loud. Honestly, it sounds decent. It's not bad. If I compare this to an iPad, iPad Air or iPad Pro, that's not fair. I mean, because iPad Airs are, $800. iPad Pros are over $1,000 easily, right? So you can't compare this to something like an iPad Pro. But to be honest, for what it is, it actually sounds pretty good. And the interface is pretty snappy. I mean, it's not flagship snappy, right? We're not talking flagship snappy. We're not talking $1,000 tablet snappy, but you can see here, I'm not having any issues here, right? I'm coming in here, open this kind of stuff up, give it, oh, I didn't log in. Give it a second there. It's all ready to go. I mean, so honestly, all this stuff is good. So far, I have no complaints. There's him in real life. Right, that's 4K iPhone 15 flagship phone. But I'll do some of these live, but I just wanted you to see what it looks like to me. Good boy. Here's a look at the selfie cam. And it's going crazy. So if you're doing some meetings or something on Zoom, look at the camera. Yeah, okay. It looks pretty good. Yeah, so if you're doing some meetings or something like that, it looks pretty good. I have very challenging lighting, by the way. It's on the top here. There's nothing in front of me. So this is going to be the worst case scenario in terms of light. Where's the camera? Oh, so the webcam, we have no lighting in front, so quite demanding. And then if I come back here, for example, honestly, for what you're paying, be a hater. If something is decent. Okay, and here's a little bit of PUBG. I'm not actually sure what my settings are at here, but it didn't complain about anything, so we'll see how it runs. So we're on, let's go here. So it was a little choppy on high, but on balanced medium, so kind of like a medium presets, I'll call it. It's run pretty well. I've been wrecking people. Bro, think you're gonna mess with me on this Blackview tablet? Get out of here. Yeah, so I mean, obviously I'm just going to keep playing this game for the next 14 hours. It runs fine. Oh, by the way, I forgot to mention, this thing actually comes with a screen protector. I don't know if you can see it there. It's not a glass screen protector, but it has a plastic screen protector on it, you can see there. So yeah, you don't even need to buy a screen protector. You basically just pick it up, unless you're really into glass screen protectors. So it runs fine. I'm using my Xbox controller, it runs fine. So, you're not going to be playing this on max settings or anything like that. You're not going to be probably going significantly higher than Call of Duty Mobile, playing the most demanding 2024 new mobile releases. But, I mean, it runs fine, to be honest. So you want to get this for kids or something like that, and, they're going to play PUBG or Call of Duty casually, no problems whatsoever, to be honest. It runs just fine. All right, let's try the little Dreamcast. I'm not sure if it's going to run well, but we'll find out. So clearly it's running perfectly, as you can see. All right, let's have a look at their options here. So of course they have it on their website here. This is the specific model down here, Tab 70 Wi-Fi. Looks like we're looking at about $110 US. And they have all kinds of other stuff in here. I mean, like there's actually quite a bit of options here, you know, kids tablets and that. And then they have, you know, some more premium stuff, the Tab 15, Tab Wi-Fi. It really depends what you're looking for. If you're looking for, you know, more of a premium option here. If you're looking for something like the specific model here, that's obviously a more budget offering, it's right here. And, you know, sometimes you just don't need the most powerful device out there. If you don't want to shop on their website, of course, you can come into Amazon here. This is Amazon.com. Actually, the prices are pretty compelling here, like $70 for the Tab 7 here. I mean, they have all kinds of options in here. They have their more premium ones, I guess I'd call them, the Tab 12 there. You know, lots of different options in here depending on what you're looking for. Honestly, it's pretty good, to be honest, for what it is. I mean, it's pretty cheap. You're going to be hard-pressed to find something around $100 or so directly from there. And it looks like Amazon might actually be, depending which model, about the same price. So if you just want to ship directly from Amazon, they even have cheaper ones in here. Yeah, I'll leave a link to their website down below, and I'll leave a link to their to the Amazon page down there below as well. Not affiliated links or anything like that. You can just go directly, check it out. If you're interested, there's lots of options in here. So, I mean, maybe bounce between them, see what's cheaper. What do I think of the Tab 70 here from Blackview? Honestly, it's not bad. Not bad whatsoever. They asked me if I wanted to review this, and, you know, I was thinking, it's just going to be some cheapo tablet. And, you know, because it's a low cost option, I was thinking it would be potentially kind of cheap. Honestly, you know, I've reviewed some of those like Lenovo and especially the Samsung, you know, their budget offerings, and they're not great, to be honest, for the price, especially like you're going at maybe 200, 250 Canadian dollars, and they're not great, to be honest. This thing is significantly even cheaper than that, and it's actually not bad. I mean, the only negative I would say is it has a little bit of a bezel around the outside. But I mean, you're looking at a $100 tablet, potentially even lower if you get coupons and sales and that too. So if you're looking for a flagship tablet, obviously this is not the one you want here. Yeah, if you want to give something for one of your kids or something like that, give them something that you could do some like casual gaming on it, no problems on this tablet here. If you want to get something for yourself to just be like an emulation box, honestly, it ran fine. Honestly, I would actually check these guys out. You know, I'm not giving any type of bias. There's no sponsorship or anything here. It's actually really quite compelling for the price of what it is. If you're just looking for a tablet to be a tablet and, you know, do some gaming, do some reading, watch some shows, and have no issues right there, the screen looks pretty good, all things considered. But I would say check out their website or check out their Amazon page, because it seems like the product is actually decent.